And then the spacing be from this to this. Okay, let me do the same with this guy. So I'll put this on auto layout, select the both of them, shift A, and then I will bring them, follow our grid, right? Follow the grid here. Now I want to give this a fixed height and width. Should we say, what are we giving this? Let's say 40, 40. Right, so this is 40 first. So I can do this. So I'll give it the same effect of auto, right? But then the space between, okay, I won't use auto. Let me give, this is at the end, let me give this the height of 40, right? So I'll put a space between, let's see, 24. Okay, the reason why we are having this space is because this has the parent container is wider than the both elements in addition to this space, right? So the way you use, what we'll do to fill up the spaces, we'll give this a width effect of fill, so it will push this element to this edge, and then this spacing tool would go. So if I come here and say fill container, see what happens. So you push it to the edge, but this spacing is too much for me. Let's make it 16. So 16 is fine. Now what do we want to be the space between this and this? I think 16 would be okay, right? No, this is what we're using. So you Ctrl Z, you are navigating through this space. So 16 is okay for me, right? So you could use 16, you could use 24, depending on what you like and what appeals you, right? So we are done with this both elements. We are trying to follow the step that says apply grid and spacing system. So we're applying our spacing system for this now. Now I want this guy to also be 16. So the space between them be 16, 16, right? Even though we are going to manipulate that next, but let's just do that. We'll sort it out. So I need to fix these guys now so that they don't just move around. So I'll select this element. There are several ways you can do, but then for the sake of these lessons, let's just do this way. I'll select this to make them auto layout, bring them to the edge, right? We don't even need to do that because we need to like align all of this. So I'm going to give these guys a width effect of fill container. Give this guy fill container, and then the space between them, let's make it 16, right? So I'm using the same spacing effect for the rest, so I don't want to waste my time doing this. I will just delete them and then duplicate these guys, right? I'm not bothered because they are not properly aligned. I will use auto layout. So I'll select this, shift A, they are all in auto layout. Now I need to adjust the gap in between. So we'll make this 16 also. As simple as that. And then this is moving out. Nice. So I would now make this, should I make this, I said 16 might be too close. Yeah, 16 is too close, so let's make it 24. So 24 is looking cool. You see, we're applying our spacing system, right? We're applying our spacing system. So for this, what do we do with these guys? So let's not just wait much time. 32. Is 32 okay? Okay, so I'm going to do the same for this 32, 32, and then so this is not in auto layout, right? This is a frame that has other frames inside of them. So I need to select this frame and press Shift A, so it becomes an auto layout, right? So I'll move this here, and then I will give it the same. I might give it the same margin, should I? Or let's say 24, and bring this to the center, and then the space between, what are we using as the space between 42? So let's just leave it 42 here. Depends on what you want, but I think I'm okay with this, not to overflow the design. So are we done with spacing? Are we done with spacing? So let's say we are done with spacing for now. We might rework some other things. So let's see what it says. The next step is add colors, style, and typography style. So we know this place we want a text. What does the text says? Properties, right? So we'll click anywhere you can write your text, properties, right? And then you know it's thick, so maybe semi bold 20. Let's try to say it to be, oh, I don't have the file here. Do I have it? Okay, I have the file here. Let's just quickly copy properties, semi bold 20, right? So let's go back to it and see semi bold. Okay, the font style is affecting it. I think it's a different font style I used there. Now let's use Inter. So let's use Inter for our font style. We'll use Inter for everything. So I'm going to take this and put it inside, and then take this guy out. So I have properties. So the next thing I need to edit is this guy here. I need to bring in a picture. So there are several ways. If you have your picture, a profile picture, you can bring it in. There are several ways. You can put the exact image, or you can just put a picture to fill this, right? So this is a rectangle, a square, sorry. So let me use a frame for that. It is 32 by 32. 32, 32. I want to show something and then give it a border radius of 50 so that it is round, and change the color so that we can see it. I'll use it to replace this guy. So I'll show you something. So for this guy now that has a picture, I'm going to import an image. I've imported an image that I want to use for this as a profile picture, and this is the image. So I'm going to reduce it. I would reduce the size of the image, but then I will just Ctrl X on Windows. I will select this and Ctrl V, so it goes inside of this frame, and then I will try to make it the size of it. I would make it 32, right? Okay, let's see, it's 32, and then center. So this is okay for me. So I have that as my profile picture, nothing fancy. So for this now, we're just going to start replacing what we have here is search for properties. So the way I do this in our previous lessons, you create your text, search for properties, right? Yes, so it should be a regular text. 14 or 12. Let me just make it 12, and then give it an auto layout, right? Let me change the text color so that we'll see what we are doing. So replace with that, right, and give it a fill, and give it a border radius of 8. What do we have here? Yeah, something like that. 8. So I'll start using this to replace this element, right? I'll take this out. Well, it's messed up, but then we'll give this a width of fill container. So we fix that. We can't actually see it properly now, but by the time we apply this background color, we'll be able to see this. So it even has a stroke, it has like a gray stroke. So maybe if we do that, and let's make our height 40. So if we add our stroke, we would see it properly now. Yeah, it has a stroke, something like this. Right, so okay, we'll align the text to the left and give it 12. So if it's okay, we'll search for properties. So what next is we have this filter icon. So you could probably go to your plugins and then pick an icon, iconify anywhere you get an icon. So let's check for filter. So you could use anyone. I don't want to really waste much time. Let me use this that is similar to what we have there. So you can bring this here, but then what we have is we have a container 40 by 40. We have this icon that is 24 by 24. So what we can do here is we can increase the size of this to 40. It's looking too big here. 32. So we can hide the fill of this. We can't see this now, but if we change the background color, we'll see it. We'll take this out, right? Let me see. It has to be 40 by 40 to make sense. To really make sense, but this guy's inside will be small. So should we reduce this? So let's manipulate this a little, right? Let's bring this to the center. So now let's make this 40. I think it's okay. Yeah, it's okay. So let's give it a stroke also, and let's just copy this stroke color. So I think this is looking fine, right? So we are replacing all of these elements. Add color styles and typography. So color style, I'm even going for that to change to add asset. So this is what we have. So for the card, so we know this card has an image and then property text. So we need to start working on our card now, right? This is our card. Let's make it light a bit, so it is our frame. So what we can do, there are several ways we can achieve this. So we can bring an image, right? We can bring an image. So what I'll do is this. I'll create a frame that I want to put in my image, and then I'll put it in this card, right? I'll use this auto to I'll give it a width, make it fill, right? So if I select this card, you can't see it right now. Let me give it a stroke so that you can see the card properly. So if I select this frame, I will go to my plugin content ray. If you have an image for it, fine, but then I'm just coming here to get an image of the house. Houses, right? So I can just use any of the house, or let me just click apply all and see the random one. I don't like this. So not to waste much of our time, right? So let's say we go with this, right? So I have the card. I don't want it to take all of the space. So what we have here is text for the title. Let's just say anything, penthouse, right? Let's give it penthouse. I'll duplicate this the price is let's say 5 million. The penthouse. Right. I'll duplicate this. You see yearly. I'll align all these guys, and then the location. Let me say Asokoro in Abuja. Right, Asokoro, but then I need to start reducing the font of these guys. It's too big. Make it 10. Penthouse, make this bigger. Right, and then I'll start properly aligning this, put them on auto layout, put this inside of this, bring it down. Right, so this is not looking bad, this is looking okay. So we can get an icon for location and bring in here. So quickly go get a location icon. Right, so you could pick anyone you want. Let me just pick this, drag and drop. Right, so I would reduce the size to 10. Not cool, and I go inside and reduce the width of it. Right, I want to bring it here because it is for this guy. I'm using auto layout to align these guys properly, but then it's still looking too big. This should hug container. Right, so what is, oh, we have something here. Right, so we have this. Let me properly align this, and then take this. I will make this an auto layout now. Make this an auto layout, yes, so this would make more sense. So I'll give this fill, right, and then give it some padding, so that I will have more spaces. A bit much. Yes, so this is looking nice. And if you check, the card has a corner radius for this, right? So I'll give it a corner radius of 12. So we are almost there. It's nice. So we'll just duplicate this card for the rest of them, because we won't have to like waste time creating all of those cards again, right? So the trick I will do is, if I select this card, I duplicate once, and then I would delete this guy here, right? So I can just select these guys, duplicates. So I have this content. So you see how I'm converting my low fidelity to this now, right? What do we have? So we take out those border radius. One way to select all of these items, if you select the parent item, you press enter, it selects this individual parent item also, press enter again, then it locates the inner one, and then you just take out the stroke. And then let's give it a little drop down shadow effect, little 4 24. Is this okay? So we won't see this properly. Well, so we are done with this grid. You can hide the grid so that you would see how we are doing. So you see we are doing well. This image is very shouty, but then let's just leave it, right? Let's leave it. I think we are almost there.